Hi all, this is Skate, and today we are out of the tank gaming world and into the real tank world. For anyone who hasn't seen my videos in the past, I am literally a complete tank fanatic, and as a result, to go to a place like this was amazing fun. And, being as we're in the UK, I didn't mind it raining on this day. As you can see from the video footage, there is a lot of mud. Driving a tracked vehicle through nearly 4 foot deep mud in certain places, it's kind of fun. So we are at a place aptly named Armourgeddon in Leicestershire, which basically specialises in tank driving experiences. Which basically, they teach you how to drive a tank. They also do things like tank paintballing battles, which looks a little bit like this. It is easily the closest you will get to being in a tank battle without the added risk of your head being blown off. And you can take passengers on with you. On that picture there, that's me at the front. The little tiny helmet poking out of the top of the turret is my 10-year-old daughter, and the one next to that is my friend Precy. And the tank we are in is an FV432. I know the die-hard fans among us will say, actually that's an armoured personnel carrier. Look. It's got tracks, it's got a hull, it's got armour, it's got a turret and a gun. For all intensive purposes, it's a tank. Okay, it's got a small gun, but it's still a gun. And it is amazing fun to drive. It is only 240 brake horsepower, but they have a top speed of 54 kilometers per hour, or about 32 I think that works out as, in miles per hour, which gives it an overall 15 brake horsepower per ton. Now, driving the thing, I've probably already said about too many times, it was brilliant fun to drive. The smell of it, the noise, it was just amazing fun. Driving with the hatches down, it was very different experience. I'll show you a clip very quickly with the hatches down, just looking through the vision port as the driver. So the first thing you will note here is the camera quality is bad. In my defense, I am trying to drive a tank here and film this. You can see already though just how little you can actually see at this vision port. It is a very different experience driving a tank with the hatches down. You then become very dependent on other people in the tank, specifically the tank commander. I was relying on him telling me what's on my left and what's on my right. Thankfully though, I was in a very big open area, so I didn't break anything and I didn't hit anything. But if you're a World of Tanks player and you moan about the view range of your tank, just have a look at this one bit of footage. The second you get any mud on there, you are going to struggle to see. And if I turn the volume up a second, you will hear, well, how loud it is actually.
Yeah, everything's on.
Communication in any shape or form with the hatches down is difficult. So imagine trying to drive a tank while struggling to listen to your commander, barely seeing out of the front, and trying to avoid being shot. No thank you. But if you want to experience that without the risk of being shot and dying, then Armageddon's your place to go. The worst that will happen here is you will get very muddy. I honestly can't recommend this place enough. It was absolutely amazing fun. And when you are done in the tank, you're not done in the place. There is more to see. This place actually renovates tanks as well. I'm willing to place a bet 50% of viewers of this are looking at that going, ooh, a tank. And the other half are literally screaming, ooh, a T-34-85. You can imagine my excitement when I got out of that tank and looked around the corner and saw this in for renovation. The guy I was with, I think he could tell I was a little bit of a tank fan, so he let me have a good look around it, which was, well, it was just a hell of an experience. This is inside the commander's hatch, looking through at the gun. And this is obviously the engine deck. The top cover is off, and we are looking at the infamous Russian V12 diesel engine. I was like a kid at Christmas looking at this, I must admit, but there were other tanks there as well. They have a museum there which is full of tanks that we all love, including this T-54, or T-55, whichever you want to call it. They also have Centurion, an FV433 Abbott, and this M4 with a 105 howitzer gun. And they have just finished restoring this monster, the Chieftain. I've seen one of these in Bovington, but getting up close like I can here, it was amazing. Any tank fanatic, anyone who plays World of Tanks, I can't recommend you go to this place enough. They have dozens of historical tanks which they pay to renovate. You can drive a tank, you can pay for an experience to spend the entire day pretty much in a tank. It's, honestly, the amount of things you can do. They have tons of military memorabilia in their museum. Or even better, you can persuade your boss to actually pay for a team building exercise and have one nice big tank battle. They do stag doos and hen doos as well, and I actually ended up going to this because my other half bought me the tank driving experience voucher for Christmas. I can genuinely, hand on heart, say it is by far one of the best presents I've ever received for Christmas. So if you live with a tank fanatic, or you are a tank fanatic, I will put a link to their website in the video description. Obviously check them out, it's well worth the money, I can say that. And you gotta admit, looking at that Chieftain, it's by far one of the nicest looking tanks going. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I do genuinely hope you check them out. You will never regret it if you paid the money and went to go there. Obviously thanks for watching, and bye bye.